Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Pro 16 Rojo versus Montoya. Although we are starting off fast and furious this evening with Selena Adams versus HIJA JUAREZ in a welterweight ranked match. I cannot think of a better way to start after a 6-month hiatus than with arguably the most successful and the biggest women's wrestling star in the world right now, Selena Adams.
Making her way to the ring from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Selena Adams.
Selena, somewhat infamously, does not have the most amount of success down here in Mexico, but you gotta think with the amount of championships, main events, and accolades she's racked up around the world that it is only a matter of time until she breaks through down here south of the border. Is HIJA JUAREZ.
And her opponent, from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, the Super Pro Hybrid Champion, HDJ Champion.
Now, those of you joining us for the first time might be a bit confused as to why a woman with a 0-1 record is carrying a title. That is because that is the Super Pro Hybrid Championship. Now, a Hybrid Championship famously is not a championship held by individuals. It's not a championship held by tag teams, trios, not even atomicos. It's held by factions. Either one wins or none of them win. But you can be sure HIJA JUAREZ is definitely looking to prove her worth to La Cosa Nostra with the victory here tonight over a living legend in Selena Adams. Adams going right into that face breaker by HDJ. To the corner. The Mexican crowd here being very accommodating to Selena Adams, counting in English for her just in case she can't keep track. Back body drop by HDJ, round kick to the back. These women have very similar stature, so you're not going to see a huge physical advantage one way or the other between the two of them. And experientially, you've got to think HDJ is fighting an uphill battle. Perhaps that is why she wants to make this a bit more of a scrap on the outside, but that might be backfiring. Selena takes a hard shot at that left knee. Selena very clearly going after the legs early in this contest. HDJ catching onto it, rolling her back into the ring. Nothing fancy there, belly to belly. Outbreaker from Selena, breaking some momentum and going after the knee again. Thought she was going for a cover there, but no, she pulls down the armbar. and snatches up the leg. HDJ is going to have to free her leg in order to turn out of the armbar, and she does. She's changing it. With the strike. Forearm into the corner. I'm going for that face swap. HDJ powering out of it. Pulling back on that chin lock. Did not have complete control positionally speaking. HDJ right back to her feet. Misses the super kick. Crawling by the ropes. After running back, body drop for the second time tonight. Boom! Super kick. Lands that one. And it is not enough to keep Selena Adams down. Let's see what you got there for this has in store. That crossface. Adams quickly rolls out of it. That is definitely the kind of maneuver where you cannot let it get synced in. You have to scramble out immediately. Arm drag by Adams. And a round kick, this time I think to the face. HDJ, not clear exactly where that landed, but she's back to her feet. Hits the snap DDT, bringing it old school. Now possibly seeing an opening after hitting that super kick and DDT, possibly trying to pour on more damage to that head of Selena Adams. That swinging neck breaker. HDJ possibly hunting the knockout. And another super kick to the face. Jawbreaker. Goes for the pin. No, Selena Adams still has the wherewithal to kick out of that one. Backdrop driver. Jay. Saw her picking up some momentum, trying to take advantage of it now with that crossface. And again, Selena Adams slipping out before it's locked in. DJ has had a lot of success with the simple maneuvers, the super kicks, the clotheslines, the DDTs. It seems like anytime she tries to get a little bit ahead of herself, anytime she tries to get anything sort of intricate, Adams is able to scramble out of it. Now this time it is HDJ eating 10 shots to the face on that turnbuckle. Adams going back to the legs, that left leg of HIJA Juarez. Looking for here. Grapevines the leg, but she sinks in. Selena sunset. I don't think HDJ is going anywhere. She taps out. That is it. Selena Adams with a definitive statement in this welterweight division. Do not sleep on Selena Adams. It is ironic. It was not that long ago that Selena Adams was the young upstart rookie looking for a victory over the veterans. And now the tables have turned. But she, tonight, has managed to stave off the next generation in HDJ until at least another day.
Here is your winner, Selena Adams.
And with that, we move on to the Cruiserweight division. We have an unbeaten Darius RAYNE taking on the 50-50 Joseph Marquez. Do not let that 2-2 record fool you. Marquez has been in there with the toughest of the tough in this division. And this is no easy test for Darius RAYNE.
Making his way to the ring from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing in at 234 pounds,
RAYNE, a relative newcomer to Super Pro. Only one ranked match to his name. Definitely brings a unique energy that you don't see much from the luchadors over here. Of course, RAYNE hailing from South Africa. Now, if the success of Hiroshi and El Mercurio has anything to say about foreigners in Super Pro Championship Wrestling, Darius RAYNE might be a name to look out for.
and his opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 230 pounds, Joe America's Sweetheart Marquez.
Joseph Marquez, ever present with that Stone Cold Steve Austin edition ATV. What a mark. Coming out here tonight. Do not let the pomp and circumstance fool you. He is a brawler, as anybody from Philly should be. This guy will throw snowballs at Santa Claus. Make no mistake about it. Marquez shooting out of the gate with that bulldog. Possibly trying to get an early advantage on the newcomer. RAYNE fires back with the shoulder block. Goes for the leg kick, gets a dragon screw takedown for his troubles. Now Marquez just trying to sort of pepper it down. Really try to enforce his position as the one in control of the pace of this match. RAYNE having none of it, gets a leg trip and a round kick to the back. It's for Marquez to get up, very curious, possibly does not want too much to do with grappling on the mat. RAYNE gets him up over his shoulders, pops him up, drops him down. Remember, those are steel cables. You know those things. They got a wrap on them, but it ain't that thick. And Marquez going for a cover only gets a 1 count. It's not done nearly enough damage yet to keep RAYNE down for 3. Has control. Puts him into the corner. Oh! Hot shot and a backbreaker. Massive knee to the face. Marquez with a leg drop onto the leg. He kicks his leg out of his leg, goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. Gotta say, so far, Marquez has probably done more cumulative damage, but he's not been able to chain anything too far together. Rain has done a very good job on his part of staying in the fight, knowing when he needs to act, knowing when he needs to counter. And right now, I think the tide is shifting. Gets the claw on Marquez. Oh, Marquez, I thought he was out. He's still alive. But is he awake enough to kick out? He is. I don't know, man. Those arms went pretty limp. I think there's a lot of referees that would have stopped that match. Rain with a drop kick to the back. Marquez misses the clothesline. Maybe still a little loopy. It's a Frankenstein for his troubles. Takes him over, ties him up. We saw Selena win with this maneuver. In our previous match, Marquez has the wherewithal to roll out of it. Catches him mid-strike, sends him over the top rope. Now suspending him up there like a wizard. And slamming him down right onto that Super Pro logo. Now it is Rain putting Marquez in the corner, but Marquez fights out of it. He knows where the danger zone is. It's a side kick for his troubles. And then Rain again putting him in the corner. What could he be looking for here as he puts him up top? Got him up, suspended DDT. I can't quite see it, but I think Marquez might be split open. He might be unconscious. No, Marquez kicks out. And now with him, just ginormous belly to belly. Just now trying to fight back. Back elbow, enziguri. I think Darius Rain is starting to pull away with this one as he laughs at the crowd. Goes deep into a cover and not really inflicting anything new, but still almost gets a 3 count to show how quickly the tides have turned. Now hyperextending that knee. Marquez rolls out. Headbutt. I don't know if that hair is considered a foreign object or not, but maybe it should be. I'm just saying. It seems like you could poke an eye at it. Okay, now knocks Darius to the outside. Appears to be waiting for him to get up. And he jumps and he hits the double axe handle. Darius Rain right back up to his feet. Marquez retreating back to the ring. It's hot shotted again. Rolls him over. See this tequila sunrise again. Is this enough? Is Marquez gonna tap? No, Rain lets it go. Does not feel like he had it in tight enough to cause Marquez to tap. Instead, opting for a high impact maneuver. Now goes for the pin. This could be it. No, Joseph Marquez survives. Philly food. Wrench, shoulder check. Pulling back to his feet. Marquez with a massive lariat. Trying to get some momentum back in this match. And he gets it. He knocks him clear out with that lariat. That Hail Mary lariat at the last second. as Rain hit him with everything up to and including the kitchen sink, and it was not enough to keep Joseph Marquez down. Marquez has been consistently floating near the top of the rankings of this cruiserweight division. And it begs questions because he's already lost the title match. He may have lost 2 at this point. I need to double check the record. But it begs the question, what do you do with a guy who can't quite seem to get it done at the absolute upper echelon of the division, but is consistently turning back these up-and-comers? He consistently, I mean, I hate to use the term gatekeeper, but he seems to be the goddamn gatekeeper of this cruiserweight division. It stands to me that if you want to be successful in this division, you've got to find a way to get through this man, Joseph Marquez. I don't know how many people can do that. I really don't. But I doubt Marquez sees himself going anywhere but the top. But from one cruiserweight match to another, this one actually a bit lower on the totem pole, as we're seeing GRAN AZTECA Jr. take on Lobo Dorado. Now, Lobo Dorado, he's ranked 7th, and he's 0-2. We will get to more on that later, but in the meantime, we have GRAN AZTECA Jr. GRAN AZTECA, one of our more classic, old school competitors.
Making his way to the ring from Tijuana, Mexico, weighing in
Ironically,
at
AZTECA
245
Senior,
pounds,
not junior.
GRAN AZTECA.
His debut match was against Darius Rayne. He lost that contest. So, it's still very early in his run here at Super Pro. Nothing to be terribly worried about yet. But this is a bit of a do or die. Maybe not die, but certainly a do or possibly more to do. Right? If that's is that a phrase that we use? AZTECA also one of our larger cruiserweights, just frame-wise. A wide array when it comes to terms of weight, pure weight. But this guy's packing heat. Look at those delts.
And his opponent, from Gómez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 231 pounds, Whoa!
Now, Lobo Dorado, it's important to note, Lobo Dorado came in here as part of a tag team with the Scorpion Murado. Dorado y Murado. They actually had a lot of success in Japan. They won titles over there. But over here, they have not had that same success. They had a fleeting bit of it against La Cosa Nostra, but La Cosa Nostra quickly came back and overtook them. So much so, in fact, that after the Scorpion Murado went 0-3 in ranked competition, he was released. He was cut. Lobo Dorado now 0-2. Now, you've got to think, if you're standing in his shoes, if you're in his corner, this is a very scary match. And you've got to think he's got to be willing to fight for it. And of course, I mentioned the larger frame of Azteca Sr. earlier, using it now to push Dorado back to his own corner. But now Dorado, not one to be outdone. Dorado takes the back. It's rolled over. Chin lock. And Azteca with nasty knee to the spine. Now hitting him from the other side and back to the spine with the axe kick. Mirko Krokop, eat your heart out. Hanging up and throwing him off the ropes. Look at the air time he got on that. Lobo Dorado, not the largest among the cruiserweights, but the man is cut. Dude's got like 2% body fat. Northern Lights. Right now with a round kick to the back. He has to be explosive, Dorado does, to keep one up on Azteca Sr. Azteca Sr. not a spring chicken anymore. He's not going to be as capable in those that fast twitch muscle fiber element. It's going to be one place where Lobo Dorado probably has a reliable advantage. However, when it comes to technique, I don't know if Lobo Dorado can afford to do that. I don't know if he can afford to let Azteca think. But I may be wrong. Lobo is currently stomping a mud hole and Gran Azteca Sr.'s ass. Neck crank. Goes for the cover off of it. Only a 1 count. Ground kick. This one hitting him more in the chest than in the head. Tries to follow up in the corner. I can see it coming. Both men exchanging strikes. Massive overhand chop. Rounds Azteca Sr. They say that a coyote that's trapped and cornered will gnaw off its own arm to escape. What would a wolf do when his back is to the wall? Right now, the answer is a whole lot of violence as he hits that over the top rope leg drop guillotine on the Gran Azteca Sr. Now calling Sr. to his feet. Goes up and hits that massive springboard drop kick. Back up. Whoa! Over under back suplex. Again, Hurricanrana ties him up. No, not enough to keep Azteca down. Looking for a finishing touch. No, doesn't get it. And now Azteca with the heel hook. It's deep. He's got it in deep, and it's a lot harder to escape these when you have boots on. But luckily, there's no rule against kicking into the face of a grounded opponent. Professional wrestling. Time it is Dorado sending Azteca flying off the rope. Goes for a cover off of it. Damn near gets a 3. Damn close. So close, in fact, that Dorado's arguing with the ref a little bit. Puts him over. Prying on that arm. Starts pulling it apart like pulled pork. Comes back, bicycle knee, grounds Dorado. Almost gets a 3 out of it. Dorado just barely clinging on to consciousness. This match enters its 6th minute. Using his body weight to inflict damage on Lobo Dorado. Dorado retreats the corner. Azteca now turning him around just so he can target that back. Massive clubbing strikes. Now looking for something dangerous. Avalanche powerbomb. Doesn't go for the pin, picks him up. Super kick. No. Dorado's still alive. He knows how much this match means. The only thing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose is a man with everything to lose. But that might not be enough to keep Dorado in this, as he just keeps eating more and more damage. And GRAN Azteca Sr. Sr. goes up, frog splash. Just about caves his ribs through the bottom of the canvas. Only gets a 2 count. Drops the elbow for good measure. What is it going to take to keep Dorado out? And maybe it's not a pinfall. Maybe it is a submission. Dorado very limited in his means of escape, but powering out of it with those beach muscles. Forearm to the face. Azteca quickly trying to regain control. Japanese style arm drag. Kick to the gut. Face lock. Dorado fights out of it. He goes with the arm wrench. And now it's Azteca having to battle out from the bottom. Inverted Olympic slam. Azteca pulling Dorado around the ring. Goes for a cheap pin. The ref gonna see it. It doesn't matter. Dorado kicks out. Fuel to the fire for Dorado as he hits another half and a half back suplex. Now we saw Azteca catch it earlier. Picks him up. Gory special flatliner. Is that enough to give Dorado his first win? It isn't. They're now calling to the fans. This place is alive. Azteca goes to follow up in the corner, misses, eats a kick for his troubles. Not sure what Dorado was going for, but caught in the middle of it. Massive front suplex. Jesus. Azteca now just trying to manhandle the smaller opponent. His mission is to tail drop. Brainbuster. Is that enough for the end? It is. Lobo Dorado goes 0-3 in ranked matches in Super Pro Championship Wrestling. Now, it's not a guaranteed release. Right? This may not be the last time we see Lobo Dorado in a Super Pro ring. But it also may be the last time we see Lobo Dorado in a Super Pro ring. But One man eats his third loss, another man gets his first victory. GRAN AZTECA Senior gets one, a very important one in the win column. As he starts to try to lay the brick for his path to success here in this Cruiserweight division.
GRAN AZTECA.
Men just air guitar to Lobo Dorado's grave. Now we drop a couple weight classes to the middleweights as Alejandro takes on Septimo HIJO. Alejandro saw that record at 2-1 records. He's doing very, very well in the middleweight division up until he ran into El Materio.
Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 160 pounds, Alexander.
Alejandro might look vaguely familiar to some people. Maybe watch some other Hawaiian wrestling, an inferior wrestling. But we assure you, he is a totally different person. Totally not just the same guy. That's 100% not the case. Don't know what you're talking about. The total Mr. America situation going on here. The seventh son of the seventh son. And look, if there's anything dangerous in Mexico, it's Catholicism. All right, I'm just saying.
And his opponent from San Luis Potosí, Mexico, weighing in at 191 pounds, the Saint.
This will be a very interesting stylistic matchup because both guys are very nimble. Septimo probably more so than Alejandro. It's going to be difficult for either one to have a definitive advantage. Here we go, they tie up. Timo getting the early advantage. An arm wringer, putting him down to a knee. Alejandro forced to break free. Hits that Frankensteiner in a round kick to the back. Tying up again here. Now it's Septimo landing the big forearm, tipping up to his feet. And goes for the armbar. Possibly a little early, but they are dry. It generally makes it harder to slip out, which is why I saw Alejandro depending so much on a grounded pound to escape there. Which is pin. No. Backhand strike. Timo kicks out. Gets hung up to dry. Alejandro now really imposing his will upon Septimo HIJO. Septimo's had these moments of explosion, but anytime it slows down, it seems to favor Alejandro. Now poses for the crowd. In the corner, kick to the gut. Leg drop guillotine on that bottom rope. Cover. Only a 1 count. Side headlock. Generally, you want your opponent facing down for a proper bulldog choke, so he's not really going to get the finish from that position. Timo manages to roll out of it anyway. Got down. Neither men wanting to budge. Septimo hits the snapmare. Captures an arm. This is the second time we've seen Septimo really target those arms of Alejandro. Possibly looking for another armbar down the line. Alejandro rolls out. Hits him with the elbow. Drag. Exchanging the strikes. In the corner. Alejandro going for that knee to the gut. We saw him hit it earlier. Isn't able to hit it this time. He smashes him with a forearm. Throws him into the middle of the ring. Picks him up. Plants him down. Inverted hammerlock DDT. Tilt to one. DDT. So DDT. A DDT DDT. There were 2 DDTs in quick succession. That's what I'm trying to say. Not sure what he was going for. Alejandro able to escape. Puts him in the corner. Septimo took too much time to think about it. Eats that backdrop driver for his troubles. For his troubles. Kick to the gut. La Revolution. I mean, it's a spinning neck break thing, not a revolution at all. Totally, it's a totally different thing. As Alejandro picks up his 3rd victory here in Super Pro Championship Wrestling, getting right back on that winning money train.
Here is your winner, Alexander.
They get blatant work of Septimo HIJO here. See She looks to move back up the rankings to middleweight. Possibly get that ever-elusive title shot. And now, what for all intents and purposes is a #1 contenders match, as the current #1 contender, CHRISTINA MUNOZ of the junior middleweight division, takes on KIYOKO Romi.
Making her way to the ring, from Tijuana, Mexico, CHRISTINA MUNOZ.
MUNOZ, one of the larger competitors in the welterweight division, height-wise. And she knows how to use that to maximum efficiency. She is extremely proficient kicking with those long legs of hers. Now, curiously, although she is ranked above KIYOKO, these two have met before on the very first episode of Super Pro Championship Wrestling. Excuse me, on the very first episode of Super Pro Championship Wrestling, KIYOKO Romi beat CHRISTINA MUNOZ. And since has had just a sliver less success than CHRISTINA. They are neck and neck. Both of them are chomping at the bit to get a shot at Lex Elkin's junior middleweight championship. Now, I'm not exactly sure why, because Lex Elkin scares the ever-living shit out of me. But both these women think they are woman enough to wrest that title from the championship. Whoever wins this has an unarguable case for that title match. An unassailable case for that title match. An undisputed case for that title match. MUNOZ starting off early, scooping double leg takedown. It's very rare to see somebody get that much success shooting for a takedown on somebody that much shorter than them, as you generally really need to shoot the hips down. But MUNOZ does a good job. KIYOKO hits a leg trip on the way up. Scissor trip. Slick as shit DDT. KIYOKO in the middle of the ring. Suplex by CHRISTINA MUNOZ. MUNOZ already seems to be using her size more in this match than in the previous match. In the previous match, she was using her height. But in this match, it seems to be that she is trying to utilize a power advantage over KIYOKO as she drives her forehead into those steel turnbuckles. Again, there's padding, but it ain't that much padding. KIYOKO kicks out Enziguri. And that's the kind of offense she will need to combat CHRISTINA MUNOZ. Trying to keep her grounded now. Drives her into the mat. Picking apart the larger competitor, but MUNOZ is back up to her feet and hits another one of those spicy double leg takedowns. MUNOZ hits her with a running headbutt? A running falling headbutt? I don't think I've ever seen her hit one of those before. Hurricane Rana. Only gets a 1 count. Now Kiyoko with the much larger competitor over his shoulder. Hot shots are on that top rope. But Munoz kicks right back up. But runs into Kiyoko's hands. Off the ropes. And a knee to the gut. Munoz again back to her feet. Understands that she needs to have a vertical pace to get a good amount of offense in. But gets driven in. Kiyoko really understanding exactly where she is in regards to ring position in this match here so far. And now just a little bit of insult to injury, driving that foot into the neck of Cristina Munoz. Fun fact, if your opponent can't breathe, they probably can't beat you. I'm just saying, I've never been beaten by anybody who wasn't breathing. So I'll throw out the massive tilt-a-whirl head scissors by Cristina Munoz. Showing that she's not just power, she's not just size, she's speed and explosiveness too. Now Kiyoko getting to work on the back, eats back elbow though. Ground kick to the head, execution style. Grounds Kiyoko, goes through the cover. And that is enough. That is enough to put Kiyoko out of consciousness. What a great performance by Cristina Munoz here. Really enforcing her will early on in the match and then enduring the offense of Kiyoko Romi long enough so that she can get her big shot in. Get that home run hit. That home run hit in at the very last second. To walk away with the win here. Oh, look at that. Just knocked into another dimension. And then a kick to the foot because, just for reasons. Now you gotta think wherever Lex Elkins is right now. Probably riding a bear, hunting another bear. And by hunting, I mean she's throwing bears at that bear with her bare hands while riding a larger bear. That's what Lex Elkins is doing. But she's probably also very keen on who won that match just now. As we continue to our main event of the evening, a heavyweight contest between El Dragon Rojo and Antonio Montoya. Now, you might see that #1 contendership rank and be a little confused about El Dragon Rojo. Here's the important thing to remember. Rojo has a victory over Michael Young. Not a lot of people can say that.
Making his way to
and Montoya has an amazing opportunity
weighing
here.
in at 243 pounds, the superstar.
As I was saying, Antonio Montoya has an amazing opportunity here tonight to gain a victory over the #1 contender in El Dragon Rojo in his debut. And another thing, El Dragon Rojo, the head of the Mexican branch of the Dragon Ball, probably one of the highest, I don't know if they would refer to them as officials, but he's a force here in Super Pro Championship Wrestling.
Weighing in at 277 pounds, the Dragon.
Dragon Rojo lost to Yamashita, but there's no shame in that. Yamashita is currently undefeated in Super Pro Championship Wrestling in singles competition. No shame in losing. Rojo also beat the ever-living shit out of both Ramirez's in the events leading up to the first Boom Attack. And again, Homie has a victory over Michael Young. heavyweight division. It only takes one victory for him to be skyrocketed back to the top of contendership. But then again, the Dragon Bolt controls Supercard. They could just make him champion if they wanted. So it is curious to see that they are at least somewhat playing by the rules as these guys tie up. And Rojo, easily the larger opponent here. I think he's gotten taller. Has he gotten taller? Landing massive shots to Montoya. Montoya manages to ground the Dragon. Tried to land those shoulder strikes. Only got one in before Rojo knew what was up. Could not get the big man off of his feet there. Rojo was smart enough to get out of the way of that big boot, however. Whoa! Antonio Montoya is sending the Dragon for a flight. And now, deadlifting him. And driving him back down into that Dominator. And now, just to show off, he does it again. Montoya may be a little bit insulted by the lack of success he had earlier trying to get Dragon Rojo off of his feet. Now redoubling his efforts. But working so hard to ground the Dragon, drain the gas tank of Antonio Montoya. Could he maybe be seeing diminishing returns with the amount of offense he's putting out with this strategy? Military press. Just dropping him down. I mentioned Montoya maybe wanting to get one up after that initial lack of success, but you gotta think, oh, Dragon Rojo just got sent flying by what I assume in his opinion is a nobody, right? A guy who's 0-0 in Super Pro. That's gotta kind of ruffle a few feathers, ruffle a few scales. He's got him up, drops him back down. Lifts him up, flatliner. I think he busted Montoya open with that. That might be enough to call it a day. 1, 2, no. Montoya's got a little bit of fight left in him, ladies and gentlemen. Montoya ain't dead yet, ladies and gentlemen. Montoya starting to battle back. Suplex position, turns him over, goes for the pin. Only a 1 count. Not enough to slay the Dragon. We've seen him hit this a few times. And Montoya going up to the top rope. Very curious what he's looking for. I think he was anticipating that Rojo would be on his back. But Rojo very wisely sitting up, making himself a bit more of a difficult target to hit clean. Massive German suplex. And he's got that claw slam. We saw him put out Ramirez is something like that. I gotta imagine that's enough to put Montoya away. And it is. That is all she wrote for Antonio Montoya. El Dragon Rojo picks up a very necessary win for the Dragon. I feel the need to remind the audience, the Dragon Colt, of course, lost the hybrid championship to La Cosa Nostra, lost the middleweight championship as well. And that has got to leave a bit of friction among the ranks. And a win like this is very important in establishing, okay, it's not the end of the world. Dragon Colt still owns Super Pro. And, you know, we're still on the replays here, but it looks like Drake, the leader of the Dragon Colt, the Dragon King, is coming down here now to celebrate with Dragon Rojo. It seems to me that this is sort of a Dragon Colt coming out party. The Dragon Colt is fine. Of course, I wouldn't necessarily think Dragon Rojo was the one to doubt us. He was not the one that got pinned for those titles. What is going on? Dragon Rojo turning on Drake, and now we have Orochi coming out. And Orochi is not alone. He's flanked by Ichi and Ni. Japanese members of the Dragon Colt are here, and I hate to call an old adage, but whose side are they on? Are they supportive of this coup? Massive power slam by Dragon Rojo. Ichi and Ni coming in and attacking Dragon Rojo. They seem to be standing tall with Drake. These men are not supportive of the rebellion that was Dragon Rojo's attack on the Dragon King. Wait! Orochi just hit the Blood Dragon on Drake. What is going on? Who is on whose side? Who is in charge? Like, who's even... Is this the Dragon Colt? Is Drake the only guy in the Dragon Colt now? What is... I don't under... is there like a wiki for this shit?